What's going on, people? I am making this video just to give flowers to Deon Sanders, aka Primetime. This is September 25th, 2023, and I'm definitely calling my shots. I think within the next 5 years, I might be conservative, it could be 3. Colorado's going to be a force to be reckoned with, but I'm more making this to focus on the character traits that I'm seeing just in my own life, like things that I'm taking away from it. Maybe you guys can agree, maybe there's other things that you guys have seen, but a lot of what I'm learning about just watching Prime, honestly, I haven't paid too much attention to him over the years. I've been a college athlete, played football a very long time, and I've known of Deon, but I've never really I've never taken a deep dive into his philosophy or his approach to life and coaching much at all. And it wasn't until I was watching the TCU game that I really realized, like, they've got something going, and it all starts at the top. But what I've learned from him, and just I've binge watched just about every video that Bucky and Deon Jr. have put out, and man, it's fun to watch. It's really fun to watch, like a really highly successful and highly driven team get built from the ground up, and it really starts at the top with your leadership. But what I love learning is it's about the character. And some of the biggest things that I've taken away from are just the fact that you got to believe in yourself. Like, if you don't believe, how are you going to expect anyone else to? How the hell can you get other people to buy into what you're doing with whatever it is that you're doing if you can't even look at yourself in the mirror and feel confident in your own self? And like, I'll be the first to admit, I don't give a shit if other people are watching and they think this is like not masculine, but I definitely don't believe in myself some days. And for a while, I mean, I'll say 6 months ago for sure, I just was going through the motions and just kind of clocked in, right? I didn't give any effort. I just did the bare minimum. And after reading Think and Grow Rich and relative books like that, like, it really kicked up my gears again. But really, specifically in the past month, I'm a big fan, and I'm bought into what they're doing. They definitely won't like crush it every game. It's going to take a couple seasons for them to really get the team and the talent to where it is, to where it needs to be. But I'm bought into the philosophies, and it's like my biggest favorites of his whole buy-in or mentality is the character traits about being a good person, like believe in yourself, have confidence in yourself, walk the walk. You can talk, that's great, but walk the walk. It's that is, I'm going to say that 1,000 times. Like, you got to have faith in yourself. And same thing with like Ted Lasso. I love that show. It all starts in your mind. And once you can see it in your mind, then it becomes much more realistic, because then you start creating the actions around the habits that you want to create. And then it becomes second nature. And then it becomes a reality. So I think if there's anything that I'm a big fan of, is just the way that we can all approach, just outside of sports, just in general with life, how we can approach taking on each day and doing everything with a purpose. Like, have urgency, have a purpose behind what you're doing, have passion behind what you're doing, and do it authentically. Like, I love Coach Prime because he's not apologetic towards his confidence in himself and his team and his family and everything about that. And I love that he's a family man. I love that he's focused on God. Like, it is cool to watch someone who's so deeply rooted in who he is and he knows who he is, that you can't break that, you know, and I think the world needs that kind of authenticity, because in a world where everyone is trying to be somebody and trying to be fake and like a poser and trying to like one up everyone in this creator economy where everyone's got a, you know, a voice that they can share, which I think everyone should, it's so hard to stand out. And I think the best way to stand out is to be yourself and not to try to copy the mold. And I made this channel specifically because I wanted to share my process and document my process to financial freedom and everything that I've learned along the way that'll help us get there. And this is a big stepping stone for that, is you got to have belief in yourself and your own processes and your own systems and your own methodologies, like your day-to-day. Everything that you do needs to be done with purpose, urgency, faith, and, you know, big faith in God, because that's the whole reason that we're here. Is like one in beyond a trillion, like 100 trillion to one that we're even on this planet. So take advantage of it, you know, do everything with passion. It's like everything will figure itself out, but be authentic, man. Like the world needs that right now. The world definitely needs authentic beings. That's why Oliver Anthony has blown up, you know, right now, is because he's making songs that are truthful and that are like, he's not trying to fit in with the mold. Like he's turning down record deals and he's staying true to what he believes is right. And I think the reason why a lot of these people are doing that and are able to reach a large audience so quickly is they know who the hell they are, and they're not apologetic towards that. So I think, if anything, try to be more like your core self in some capacity. I think the world could definitely benefit from more people out there that take a stand on really showing your colors, you know, and speak from the heart. You know, it might not be the prettiest of all time every time, but man, it feels free when you can express yourself in a way that you're not trying to hide behind some curtain, and you're talking from, you know, your inner beliefs. Obviously, you can't go up to someone right in their face and just start yelling at them because it's like authentic or whatever. Maybe there are certain places where you should put a filter in. Bless you. It's my little daughter. But man, I don't know. Who knows what this will do and who will see this, but if you're seeing it for a reason, you know, and whatever you're going through, whatever season you're in, it's a temporary stop. It's not a destination. So thank you so much for watching. God bless. Stay tuned and catch you next time.